Hi, I'm Cynthia Williams with Lifestyle Real Estate. I just wanted to kind of give you a weekly update. It's been over a week since I last checked in, and I've been really waiting to see exactly what the market's doing. It's gotten a little slow in my perspective. I mean, we're still getting buyers that we're showing property to. We're still writing offers and we're still going to contract, but I just feel like the frenzy of the home market has slowed down. It could potentially be because of a couple of things. Lumber prices are still high. They're shifting down a little bit, but the supply chain is backed up. I know someone told me that just for standard supplies, it could take 3 to 6 months to get something. So if anything's coming from overseas, then that'll definitely delay, new construction from being completed. Inventory is teetering just about where it was the last time we spoke. I think when I looked, we're like around 2,000 houses on the market. I think the majority of those are going to be resale homes. There's not a lot of new construction that are going into the MLS right now. Some are and some are not. So that can, be a little more give or take. Buyers are still coming in. What I'm definitely seeing with buyers is they're more cautious not to jump into anything unless they're 100% committed. So that's kind of good in a way, because we were having, not just with my office, but what I've seen just across the MLS is issues where there was a lot of buyer remorse. They got in there, they got nervous, they got into a bidding war, they, secured the contract, and then a couple of days later, they got out. So we have not seen as much of that back on the market status as we did a couple of weeks ago. I think that buyers who can pay cash have decided that they want to possibly get loans because the interest rates are still extremely good. I've had a couple of people that I'm working with that could, pay cash on some luxury homes. And they've said, my financial advisors advised me to potentially get a loan. So the thing about that is they're getting a low interest rate, but with the lack of homes on the market, it may keep them from getting exactly what they want, because sellers are still preferring cash buyers if they can get cash buyers. So with sellers, I think that they need to understand that their house needs to be perfect. And I know that's kind of a tough statement to hear, but it needs to be in excellent condition. Curb appeal needs to be there. Price needs to be right. Pricing is still a little on the high side. I think those houses that are priced maybe what I would consider too high are sitting longer than they typically would. I am seeing houses that get under contract within just a matter of a day or a couple of days. And then I'm seeing some other houses that were priced a little higher. It doesn't mean they're not going to contract, but I'm noticing that those houses are going to contract after about 3, 4, 5 weeks, so around a month time frame. Again, I can't stress enough to make sure you're working with a full-time agent who's watching the market, sending you property alerts, keeping in touch with you. Now, if you're just looking and you're just kind of testing the waters, it's always good to go ahead and make that initial contact with the local realtor so that they can tell you what's going on. You can talk about your time frame, what your needs are, and just get a better perspective of, what's taking place in the Charleston Tri-Dent area. If you're serious about coming to Charleston, looking at properties, I highly recommend that you come and spend the weekend or a couple of days and you look at what's available. It doesn't mean that it'll be available if you leave. I actually had a buyer this weekend that found what I call a wow house, and just trying to decide what to do and when to do it, it went under contract. So we're looking at their backup options now. So always make sure you do have some backup options, because if the one you really want is under contract and you missed out on it, then there's some really great houses on the market. I'm constantly looking in specific areas for buyers that I have, and I know my agents are doing the same thing. So, buyers are still buying, houses are still selling, agents are still working. It's just that I feel like we've gotten to an even keel place of where that crazy busy can't hardly, stop mentality slowed down a little bit. And it could just be with everything that's going on, in the world today. People have other things on their minds. So if you need a real estate service, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Cynthia Williams at Lifestyle Real Estate. My direct number is 843-860-9998. I'm always here to help, and so is my team. So thanks for checking in, and have a great week.